and welcome, Taurus. This is for Taurus, April, Sun, Moon, and Rising for you. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. My apologies for the later videos here. I am working on some really great projects, which I'm excited to share, and then everything kind of came together all at once. So with everything being so new, I have to get my poop in a group, but we will. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for doing so. The channel is growing beautifully. So make sure that you are subscribed and you like and share. If you do enjoy the content, I appreciate it very, very much. As we grow, because we're getting there, if I can get to 500 subscribers, guys, then I can open up some new features. So that's my goal here. My first goal is to get to that so that then we can create our community and we can do more cool stuff here. So I'm excited about it. Okay, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. These are general readings, guys. So not everything's going to resonate, of course. So take what does, send love and blessings to what doesn't. Just enjoy the flow, okay? Oh, and I want to remind you guys as well, please stay safe online, okay? No one from me or my team are going to ever reach out to you, okay? We're not going to reach out to you for a reading. We don't ask for donations. We don't ask for money. The only way you can book a reading with me is to go through my website, DEANNAButcher.com, and you can find the link there on the main page and below, but that'll be the only way you can get a hold of me, okay? So stay safe online. If you recognize anything funky, let me know. And we'll block it and we'll take care of it, okay? All right, so I'm using this Tarot of Oppositions deck, which is really cool. It shows both the light and the shadow side of the meaning of the deck. So this is kind of what's going on in our heads, and this is kind of what I've been feeling and vibing for the month of April, because I feel like a lot of people, especially our earth signs, right? I'm a fellow earth sign. I'm a Virgo. So we've been really in our heads, haven't we? And so for Taurus, what we're seeing is that there's been a lot of change, right? A lot of tower moment. I said the same thing for Capricorn. So you may have some of that in your chart, or just might be dealing with that energy. But like I said for Capricorn, things are changing. We've got the Ten of Cups here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. You figured it out, right? You recognize that these things needed to happen. That shit hit the fan at probably an inopportune time, right? It always does. But you're able to regroup and you're realizing that this needed to happen, that had this not happened, and I truly said the same thing for Capricorn, had this not happened, you wouldn't be, where you are right now. You wouldn't have these new opportunities, these new people coming in. You wouldn't have this growth phase, right? Because if we're stagnant and things are just okay, we're not making changes, right? It's like, things will look up, and then you don't really take action. This forced you to take action, and man did it. Like in the first card we had there, while I was doing my spiel, the Three of Wands came out. So this is an opportunity for you to say, okay, we're growing, we're thriving, what's next? And so this isn't just him searching either, and I don't know if you can see because it's so small, but there's ships of abundance and prosperity coming here, coming to his land, coming to him personally. And he's standing on the edge of this cliff overlooking the water. Water and the skies are calm. Isn't that a nice feeling? Because it has not been calm. It's been this. It's been this for Taurus. But as we had the drama phase of the tarot, the big breakdown, everything's looking good for you. Everything's in its upright. So it's time to redecorate, time to rebuild, right? So even amongst all of that destruction, it didn't rock your foundation. Probably pissed you off a little bit, but it didn't rock your foundation. It didn't break you. You're coming back with new opportunities because of it. So good on you for recognizing that and taking up the opportunities. Two of Swords in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse, the shadow side in reverse, which is in this deck, it's the devil in the tarot. Eight of Swords in reverse, again, stuck in our heads, the things that you're telling yourself or the things that people have told you, right? Be cognizant of who is in your circle and what they are saying. because it might be that you are empathic and yet you are taking on a lot of people's opinions or energies and vibes, and the things that they are saying that is wrong with you, I feel like is what would you say? There is a word for it, but it's the direct reflection really of who they are and what they are going through, which has nothing to do with you. Okay, so let that be, and recognize that if someone's saying, oh, well, are you sure you can do it? I don't know if you're smart enough. It's because they aren't smart enough, Taurus. Taurus is more than capable. And I think that Taurus often will withhold their intelligence or withhold how much they know about something because you just walk in the dark, right? It's not, you're not boastful. You're not egotistical, right? So you're not showcasing really to the world who you are and what you're capable of, which causes people to underestimate you a little bit. Because I've got this Four of Swords and she's in reverse, and she's my fuck you, I'll do it myself energy. And so when she's in reverse, she's kind of not feeling very, she's more timid, I think. She would be more reserved. And this could be a good thing too, because you're sitting there saying, well, you know what, whatever. They're going to say what they're going to say. Like, breeze off your back, right? Like, I feel like whatever kind of comes at you, you just let it go. There's no fighting it. You don't need to fight it. And I think that's why I see the Two of Swords in reverse too. It's like, you already know. You don't have to go within. You don't have to do any internal work. You don't have to change yourself. Okay. You already know what's going on, and you're focused on this new opportunity, right? Okay. I had to pause, which is funny enough, and normally I would just pause and not say anything and then just seamlessly edit this so that you would know the difference. But I went out because my dog was barking. She was barking at the neighbor dogs and running up and down the fence. And it's funny because we had just said, like, you know, this isn't someone, you're not in a position where you're just kind of like letting things go. And I think internally in your head, you're like, the fuck you, what are you going to do about it? Come at me, bro. Like, it's like all this energy. It's like, yeah, I wish a motherfucker would. Like, sorry for all the swearing if you don't like swearing, but it's like that internal, like, chaos and anger, and like, but you're cool as a cucumber on the outside. Right? So I felt like for whatever reason I needed to share that. So there you go. You know, so even though on the inside you're wanting to bark and you're wanting to make yourself known and you're wanting to stick up for yourself and you're wanting to protect your territory, if you will, even if it comes across as friendly and you're excited and you're jumping and you're hooting and hollering, like, it doesn't have to be negative. Like, keep your calm, right? Don't show your cards to people, because I think that's what's allowed people to manipulate in the past. So, you know, with this Eight of Swords here too in reverse, it's good because you're recognizing now that, you know, she's here and she feels bound. Well, we're bound by our thoughts, right? Swords are communication. So what are you saying to yourself? What's running through your head? Where is that voice coming from? Is it that abusive ex? Is it an current abusive relationship? Is it your childhood? Is it, you know, your boss? Is it, you know, who's saying this shit to you? Because it doesn't resonate anymore. And it never did, to be honest. I mean, I think you've grown, right? But all of these things of like, not good enough. Did I do enough? Did I work hard enough? You did. It's time to step into the new bright future you have for yourself and step out of the mindset so that you can grow. Because if there's any setback, it's because we're not mentally in alignment, right? We have our thoughts ready. We have everything, our task lists. We know exactly what we need to do. We know how we're going to grow. Some of you are going to school is what I'm hearing. So new learning is going to be important for you. So you're taking all the necessary steps and you're wondering, well, look, I've done everything right. Why is it not working out? This could be within a relationship too. It doesn't have to be work, but so take this how it resonates. I don't want to force something to fit, but whatever's going on in your life that feels like, well, I'm doing everything right, why isn't this working? Because of the communication, the internal dialogue. Maybe communication needs to happen if this isn't a relationship. But yeah, it's no longer serving you, and you need to let it go. Yeah, we have the Hangman in reverse, Four of Pentacles with the same thing for Capricorn. So it's, you've taken all the time you've needed to regroup, to figure out what you're going to do. Like I said, right, you're taking the necessary steps already. So the energy is going to start moving forward. That Hangman forces us into a wait and see mode. So even though we can be productive at the time, it really makes it difficult sometimes to take necessary steps, especially if we're waiting on something, waiting on answers. Maybe we need more money first before we can continue to invest in ourselves, whatever this is. Because I do see that Four of Pentacles in reverse, not in reverse, pardon me, the Four of Pentacles here present. Not a big deal, but I do feel like it's okay to pause a little bit. Money will come. Save it, put it where it's supposed to be, so that you're not spending it as soon as you get it, right? So watch those cycles. I said the same thing to Capricorn. Death is in reverse, and we've got the Five of Swords. So, you know, I do like to see the Death card, especially in alignment with the tarot, the Tower moment, right? So we have that, which is good. It is in reverse to say that we haven't fully transitioned yet. We're still kind of in that death phase. Which is fine. It's okay to be in that for a little bit. So this could be for the remainder of April that you are in that in-between phase of like, okay, things have happened. I'm seeing that there are ends of phases, ends of relationships, ends of jobs, ends of, you know, the things that aren't serving you, right? It's necessary change. And I do feel like here come April, so pardon me, come May, in the next couple of weeks, that you're going to start seeing the relief from your situation. So you could be chaotic, especially if you're needing to save money, or maybe you're going to go without a paycheck while you're in between transition. Like that's a lot, right? So get with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So give yourself some graces, especially if you are having financial difficulties at this time or coming up with money. But once you kind of do get moving through the Chariot, it's going to be nice because although there is movement, it's in reverse. So you're going to get some movement, but it's not going to be really quick right away, which allows you to plan for it. I know you want things to happen faster, don't we all? But it is necessary, because if you're going to do this right, you got to do this in a calm fashion. You do end up really great. And I think that this phase here, taking you to even to the middle of July, okay, is what I'm hearing. I think I gave the same timeline to Capricorn. So it's got to mean something to somebody. But I think by that point, you're going to have, season of fire here. And the sunflowers are my symbol for Leo season. So middle of July to the middle of August. But I think that this is the growth phase right now that you're in, where you're learning new things, you're taking on new positions, going to school. So take these next couple months to grow, to change, make necessary investments in yourself so that you can grow. So if this is on a personal side, maybe things are going really good at work. Maybe you take the next few months to invest in your health. Maybe you're going to start, go see that doctor, get a full checkup, make sure everything's good, and take action if things could be better. Seeing a therapist or a counselor, like getting things, your body and your mind operating smoothly. And that's going to be really key for you here in the coming weeks. So take this opportunity before all of this energy really starts to thrive for you, so that you don't get burnout later on, for one, but then also that you aren't just rushing into something and doing it half-ass, or that things are only coming out, partially complete. They aren't perfected yet. And normally when we talk to earth signs, we would say, put it out there. It doesn't have to be perfect because we can overanalyze. But I think that this is a situation where now, like when you're investing in yourself and you're growing and you're thriving, you are wanting to really make sure your health is good, make sure your mind is good, make sure your money is good, make sure, you know, your education and your work status is good. Like, you're really taking this time to really evaluate your life. And that takes time, right? It's necessary. You deserve the time it takes to do this, okay, for yourself, because this is what's going to set you up in the next 5-10 years, right? So do the work now so it's not always a struggle, okay? I think that's the best advice I could give you right now. Yeah. So there you have it for the remainder of April for Taurus. And again, this takes you into May a little bit there as well. But there's for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are experiencing this, pop it in the comments below. You know, what are you resonating with? Are you enjoying the content? I'd love to hear from you. So please hit subscribe if you haven't already. I do appreciate it. I'm excited for the growth that's happening here. So thank you guys so very much. Take care. Many blessings.